we've been down in Ballarat for the past couple of days and I've been fortunate enough to test out the Speclialized Roubaix. So the model we have here is the SL4 Disc Race Edition. It's a really nice bike. It's their endurance or their comfort bike. So it's built for long miles, really built for sort of 95% of the population. So basically if you don't race, this is a really good bike for you. But yeah, it's been a really nice bike for the past few days. So the SL4 runs a 10R Fact frame. So once upon a time, this was actually the S-Works frame. So it's a really high level frame. It's really stiff, it's super light. And given that the bike carries extra weight with the disc brakes, the decreased weight in the frame was actually really noticeable. So normally with the comfort and the endurance bikes, they feel really planted to the road and they can take a little bit of time to either wind up or, especially when you're climbing, if you're in and out of the saddle, it feels a bit sluggish, but certainly with the lightness and the stiffness of this frame, I didn't notice that at all. It actually felt a lot lighter than it is. The SL4 also comes with CL40 Roubaix wheels. The S-Works version has a CLX40. These are the CL40s. So there's a slight weight penalty here. So there's about 100 grams difference between the CL and the CLX. And there's also ceramic bearings in the CLX. But aside from those two small or minor features, they're basically the same wheel set. They're really smooth. They're a relatively shallow wheel set, so in the wind you don't notice them, and they're certainly light enough to go up any climbs. Another feature of the Roubaix is the disc brakes. So these are Shimano disc brakes. Basically, Speclialized have put this across the range of their Roubaix models. The disc brakes are really, really nice. If you've used or if you ride mountain bikes, you'd be really familiar with them. If you haven't ridden them before and you've only ridden road bikes, you'll find a really pleasant surprise, especially in weather like we have today, which is a little bit wet. Descending, cornering, using your braking, it's almost as if you're in the dry. The majority of the time, if I'm braking, I'm on the drops, it's just a one-finger brake. You really don't need to use a lot of power. And the way these brakes are set up, there's actually quite a bit of play in them. The drivetrain for the SL4 Race Edition is Ultegra Di2. If you haven't ridden electronic before, I would encourage you to have a go. It's flawless. The biggest change you'll notice is going from the small chainring to the big chainring. It's just immediate. You hear a little zzz and you're there. There's no lag either. A lot of times with mechanicals, if you hadn't had a service or if your cables are loose, you can find a bit of a lag and you might find a hard time finding the right gear. But with electronic, it's immediate and it's precise. So the look of the bike, I actually really like the look of the bike. So it's basically just plain white and then you've just got black everywhere else. One thing I think you want to do with comfort or endurance bikes, because they're designed for the 95% of the population, you don't want to be too out there with the color. Even the black decals on the Roubaix wheels, I just think make the color pop and make it stand out without being really leery or sort of look at me kind of thing. So I really like what they've done with the paint job and the look of the bike. I'll just quickly go through another of the comfort features of the Roubaix. So they've got these little zerts, basically suspension zones. So they've got them on the fork, on the seat stays, and you can also see the seat post has got that little angular shape through there. So these basically just lessen the vibration through the road. Summing up the Roubaix, I really like the Roubaix. Like I said, I would choose this if I wasn't racing and I had a choice between Tarmac, a Roubaix and Avenge, simply for the performance features that it offers, but really for that comfort. If I'm logging a lot of Ks or if I wanted a training bike, this would be the bike I would choose 95% of the time.